Perfect. Okay, so welcome again to the February Lunch and Learn how to use the Keeper app. We are going to be talking about what actually is the Keeper app. On the poll here, it looks like 25% of you say, yes, I love Keeper. I use it and I love it. 25% of you say, yes, but I want to learn more about how to use it. And 50% of you actually say, no, I don't use Keeper app. So tell me more. So there is a wide range in this Lunch and Learn today. So I'm hoping that everybody walks away with at least one thing that you can implement with Keeper. So we are going to talk about, what is it, the basics of it, some advanced things with Keeper. We're going to talk about some Keeper templates, and then again, we'll have that open Q&A session there at the end as well. So some of the benefits of Keeper, and I have 12 things here for you. So Keeper has a client portal for your bookkeeping clients. It's encrypted, so you don't have to worry about them, emailing you stuff. Like, it's all going to be right there for you. Their, bank statements, all the things can be uploaded, and you don't have to worry about the security of that. You also have a file review tool. So what am I talking about here? I am talking about doing quality control of the bookkeeping work before it's sent to your clients. Right? So maybe you have subcontractors, or maybe it's just you and you want that double, triple check. That is what Keeper is all about. I love, love, love their quality control. You can send your bookkeeping clients custom reports. So there's no more having to, piece the balance sheet and this together and that together. And I know QBO now has management report, or, some awesome management reports. I really like the way Keeper does it. Puts it in a nice little package with, a summary. It has benefits of making different graphs and whatnot for you. It's just a really nice custom package, and you can just upload it straight to their client portal, send them an email saying, hey, it's there, all within Keeper. So I haven't left Keeper at all in any of this. You have workflows inside of Keeper to make sure that you are doing everything that needs to be done on a client. The reality is, a lot of us have our standard operating procedures up there in our brain somewhere, right? But what happens when something happens to you, Lord forbid, whether you get sick with the flu or you're in a car accident, who is going to help you run your business? Well, if you have great workflows with standard operating procedures, other people can come in and help you, with your business. So it's super, super important. 1099 management is a game changer with Keeper. If you have used 1099 management in Keeper, I'd love for you to put that in the chat. I'm telling you guys, it makes such a world of difference. You're able to track who actually is going to need a 1099 every single month. So you're making sure you have those W-9s on file on a monthly basis instead of waiting until the end of the year. And then come the end of the year, you can actually export and import straight from Keeper up into, say, Track 1099 with a click of one button, and you're done with 1099s for the year. So it is absolutely amazing. Team collaboration. Our team only uses Keeper for bookkeeping tasks. And when they have a question, they are able to send a message through Keeper to the reviewer of that account, or to me, to someone on the account if they have any questions or any comments that they have. We talk back and forth through Keeper. It also is your CRM. So you can include, your email addresses, what's the best way to contact your clients, the nuances of your clients, all the things you can keep straight there in Keeper. So you don't have to worry about going back and forth into another CRM after you've onboarded. Document management, again, like I was talking about with the client portal, all of your documents are stored right here in Keeper. So bank statements are no longer kept in an unencrypted Google Drive. If you're keeping things in a Google Drive, guys, I'm telling you, that is not a safe place for your client's financial data. Please don't do that. But it is okay to have them in Keeper. Time tracking. all of my contractors, plus myself, we all do our time tracking within Keeper. And that time tracking can be broken down with different work streams, firm task, all of that. So I love that. I know exactly how much time it's taking to do a client's work, how much time it's taking to do specific items within a client. And that way, if I need to increase prices, that's a really good place to start. Your templates. So templates, you can actually create templates within Keeper that you can then just add to the client. So no more like recreating that wheel, right? You do it one time, like your normal bookkeeping task, onboarding, offboarding, all those things. And you just simply by a click of one button, add it to your client. Task management, again, just like your workflows, you have a list of all the things that you need to get done. And really, that is our place to go every single day. We go into Keeper first, we look up at our task list, and we go down the task list and get things done. There's a task list for bookkeeping tasks, so for your clients, and there's also a task management list for firm tasks, so things that you need to get done in your business but are not related to a specific client. And then for me, what I really, really love about Keeper is I have an operational overview. I'm able to see what's going on with my business by one click of a button. I can see if anyone is stuck on something. I can see if the reconciliations have been done. I can see if quality control has been done by the reviewers. I can see all of that from the dashboard. So that is really, really amazing to me. So any questions, again, put those in the chat. And then we're going to go on a tour of Keeper. So we're going to go over just the basic things first in Keeper. So I'm actually going to unshare and reshare a screen here. All right, here we go. So let me. All right, can someone pop in the chat and tell me if they can see Keeper now instead of my presentation? That would be awesome. All right. Thank you, ladies, so much for letting me know that. All right. So I am in, you can change the views here. I have several different views, as you can see. I have one for coaching to protect the identity of my bookkeeping clients. But this is what Keeper looks like. So when I'm telling you about the dashboard, this is what I am referring to. So this is my operational overview. This is my dashboard. I can look at this and see what on earth is going on with my clients. I'm also able to go in here, right here, and I'm able to remove or add different columns here as well. Okay, so maybe I don't want to see all of these columns. I can go in here on the closing task and I can remove some of those things. Typically, these are actually removed for me for my bird's eye view. But I'm able to see who's the client, if there's any communication between myself and my team, that would be here in the chats. Who's the preparer of this account? Who's the reviewer of this account? You also have a manager role as well that you can put in here. The close. So as you can see, this is a January close due on February the 15th. And this one is done. So this particular client is completely finished. I'm able to see all the files that have been uploaded here. And then it says client portal. Well, I'll show you that in a minute, but this tells me there is 2 of 13 questions still sitting there in the client portal that have not been answered. Okay, so 2 of the 13 have been answered. Here, none of the 11 that I've asked them have been answered. This client has uploaded 7 files. And then this is my vendor request. There's none. Again, that's the 1099 amazingness here. You've got the general task, pre-close task. So all the tasks, and I can see what has been done, what has not been done, right? So, these are in red because, well, most of them have not been done. There are over half have not been done here. And so that's why those are in red. All right, any questions about this main screen here of the operational overview? All right. So I was telling you about the task. You have a task list here. I'm not going to open it because it will show all of my clients. Firm task, again, there are those as well. Time tracking is where I can go in and view what my clients are working on at the time. You've got your time tracker over here. So this is where I would start to track my time. I can indicate, for example, I can say I'm working on firm work. I have different work streams in here. So right now I'm coaching. So I'm going to start the timer. I'm coaching right now. I can stop it at any time and I can go to my client work, select my client and figure out what work stream. As you can see, we have different work streams in here. What am I working on at the moment? But I'm going to go back and actually say that I'm doing some coaching right now. There we go. You have your templates. So we can go through those. With the templates, we actually do have some templates that we sell. We'll talk about those in a little bit, but here's pretty much like an overview of those. So we have monthly client check-in, client onboarding, quarterly check-ins, offboarding, year-end 1099s, year-end close. And then we also have our monthly close template as well. So if I want to add this to a client, I have a new client coming in, I'm just going to click add the client. I'm going to type the client's name here and boom, all of those transactions or all of those workflows are going to be listed there for the client. So here's our monthly. I'll show you that. We have client communication telling you when to do that, how to clear the bank fees, and it's very detailed. Like these are the things that you need to do. Remember, making SOPs should be so easy. A 10 or 12-year-old should be able to sit here and do it. Okay. They really should be able to know, okay, do this, do that. It should be very simple, right? How to reconcile a bank statement. Here's some of that QC stuff that I was telling you about with Keeper. So transactions without a payee. Say you are working your bank feeds and you or one of your subcontractors just clicks add. They don't add that vendor or payee information. That is going to show up under this report. Same thing if expenses and bills without attachments. Expense inconsistency. Well, what in the world is that? That means that I have been posting, let me see, City of Atlanta to utilities. And all of a sudden, I accidentally posted City of Atlanta to advertising. Well, this is going to pick up on that as an expense inconsistency and say, hey, wait a minute. Hello, you've been posting this particular vendor to this particular category, but now all of a sudden you've changed. Is this right? Or is this wrong? And you can actually, here's one of the great things about Keeper, change it right here inside of Keeper and it will backflow to QuickBooks. So you don't have to, it doesn't just tell you when then you have to go to QuickBooks and find it. It's actually going to move that for you, those corrections. Okay. Same thing with transactions coded to parent account. I'm a little picky about parent accounts. I don't like them. I'm all about subs. I don't like anything posted here. And so they would show up here uncategorized. If you have anything that you have put like to an Ask account, or any account that you actually specify on this report, it will show up here. So you can ask the question to your client through Keeper. And I'm going to show you a little trick to that here in a minute when we talk about advanced things. You've got duplicate vendors, duplicate customers, newly added accounts, newly added customers, newly added vendors, prepare 1099s. You've got more quality control here. Reviewing your current liabilities and loans, reviewing unpaid bills, reviewing undeposited funds. And then my team is told to change the status to ready for manager review. And that way the managers know it's ready for me to come in and look at this. So then they go through the profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, APAR. Here's some more quality control that we've built in. different things in Keeper that you need to look for, how to make sure you have all your documents, checking the review in QuickBooks, and then finally publishing your financial reports as well. So all of that is super, super important. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes of how this works as well. You also have email templates. You have the capability of texting with your client through Keeper. So you have some templates there. When you ask a question to your client and you're asking the same thing over and over and over, again, I know a lot of you are probably like downloading that list, putting in an Excel sheet, sending it to your client by an email, they respond, then you're having to go back into QBO and fix all the things, right? I'm sure that's probably how you're doing it if you're not using Keeper. This eliminates all of that, okay? By asking the client the question directly to the transaction inside of Keeper, one, it's safer than sending it through an email. And two, you're able to then change it right there on that transaction and to go back into Keeper. So no more of that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then you also have reporting templates as well. All right, so let me check my chat here. Carrie says, are these workflows included in Keeper or did you build these? So the ones that I were just showing you under templates, all these that say template, and all these are the ones that we have built in our team. And these are the ones that I'm going to show you later that that we have that you can purchase. Alicia says, are any of these templates built into Keeper or are these the ones you're showing us, the ones you sell? Yes, so that is the answer. So like some of the questions are built into Keeper. So for example, when you get Keeper, you are going to have, I do not remember what it looked like because we've changed so much of it. But like you're going to get where it says right here, transactions without payees, it'll say that, but it doesn't have any of the checklist, like the steps. So the list will be there or the report will be there, but it won't give you any of the details. If that helps, let me know if that helps. All right. So that is that. Let me see what else I want to show you. I could just bounce all around. Okay, good. That answered your questions. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. So let me actually, I want to show you now some of the advanced things. Actually, let me go here. So you've got your practice settings as well. Put your logo in here. For the different tasks, you can customize your close settings. And then if they're stuck, for example, I want to know why. So it actually notifies me if someone is stuck. You can change your task statuses, lots and lots of tags you can put in here. You can edit the sections that are in your monthly close. Legal disclaimer, super important. If you don't have one, please, 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 I beg you. You can set out reminders as well. So we have weekly reminders that go out to our clients every Monday at 1 o'clock saying, hey, don't forget, you got some questions in the client portal that you haven't answered yet. If there is nothing in the client portal for them to answer, then they do not get the email. Okay. We're not going to bombard them with an email. That doesn't make any sense. We have a client portal announcement. We have, again, you can brand it. There are two options with Keeper. You can either do the standard or the white labeling. White labeling means that it is branded to you. Standard just means it's going to have Keeper colors, Keeper, all the things. Practice email, your practice phone number, contacts, time tracking, of course, like we have all the different workflows, firm work streams and whatnot. So it's very, very customizable. Now we're going to go in and make sure there's no more questions. All right, let's go into a client. So here is a client. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you can see here, this is client communication. You can see that I have lots of questions in here that I've asked the client that they have not answered. I have no questions from my client, no non-transaction questions as well. If I go through here, you can see that, oh, look at here, client communication has not been done. You can see that it's late, February the 18th, which is why it is red. So, so I would get notification that this was not done. You also have, like, so here is, like, this is a person whose deposits are a little different. So we've made a Loom video on how to do that. How to do their expenses as well. These are set to reoccur in our firm every Sunday. Got your reconciliation, like that's been done. You can see right here, there's a file listed. Well, we attach the bank statement each month to the account reconciliation. So it's right here. It's really easy. Transactions without payees. As you can see here, there's nothing here because, well, it's done. They finished. Expense inconsistencies. Here's a few more. So you can kind of see what this looks like. I actually left these so you could see them. All right, so here we go. Here's a vendor. This says Shawls. And so you can see right here, it says, hey, you know what? Like, you're posting this to supplies, but you've been posting it to here. So please tell me, like, what is this? So I can come in here, I can go to cost of cleaning and look at here. Wow, boom, done. This now just went right back to QBO. I fixed that one. Isn't that cool? Like, it's right here. I don't have to worry about opening QBO. I don't have QBO open anywhere. You see that? All right, so let me mark that back up. Parent account, same thing. Uncategorized. This is where we're asking the client. As you can see, there's a lot of questions in here to this particular client. So we're still waiting, but we've cleared it because we've asked them everything that we need to ask. Bills without attachments. We actually don't do this for this client, but I left it open here so you can kind of see, like, there's a lot of bills in here. There's a lot of things that don't have an attachment. Well, that's right, because we don't do that. Alicia says, are you still originally categorizing in QBO first? So yes, you have to clear it from the bank feed in QBO before it shows up in Keeper. That is correct, which is why that is up here. Those are your first steps. And we do that every single week. So every week we are clearing deposits, clearing expenses from the bank feed. If it's still sitting in the bank feed, it will never show up in Keeper. That is correct. Jessica, does it ever just not connect, send the coding into QBO for no apparent reason, like bugginess? I have never experienced that. One thing I will say, if you are working in both, so say I have QBO open and Keeper open, if you make a correction or an entry in one system, you need to click like the little refresh for the other system. So you have to refresh, but other than that, no, I haven't experienced bugginess with it at all. Grace says, can you keep track of QB desktop clients at all in Keeper? So you can track as far as the workflows, but it will not connect the transactions because it's on desktop. It will also work with Xero, but it will not work with QB desktop clients. But you can still do the transaction, like the workflows. You can still have a client portal with Keeper. It just won't connect to anything for all the transactional stuff to come through. It does not work with Sage or Wave at the moment, no. Awesome. Awesome. All right. So let's see the prepare to 99. So you can see here that I do have a couple of people in here. I'm going to close that because it's got her social security number on it. But with that, it actually will, you're able to ask the vendors for W-9s like straight from you. So you can just bypass your client altogether, which saves a lot. You can see here that we've got review. So if there's any notes or current liabilities, I can go in here and make sure everything's done properly. I can review undeposited funds. I'm able to see the client's balance sheet and P&L like straight from here. So I can see, wow, there's a huge discrepancy in here. What is going on? Well, this is easy for me to see. There is a $1,300 difference here, but she made her annual payment. So when I am discussing her P&L with her for January, and I was like, oh, you know, hey, your expenses are a lot higher. But the reason your expenses are a lot higher is because you paid a whole year worth of liability insurance, right? So this is very, very good for me, very easy for me. Again, I'm not in QB. I haven't opened QB at all, right? So I'm not flipping back and forth between software and software. Same thing with the balance sheet. There's some things I can review in Keeper. The steps to also go and review it in QB. So I don't just want to do quality control in Keeper because God forbid something did not move forward into Keeper. I do want to go make sure that QB's quality control is done as well. So I have all the steps in order to do that. And that it's a lot of steps, guys, but it literally takes my reviewers like 3 minutes. Okay. Because most everything is going to balance back out to zero and we don't have any issues. And then I can publish my reports. Once you publish your reports, it actually just shows up right inside of here. And you can see like it gives you a table of contents, it gives you a P&L, like all the things. I give them multiple P&Ls, I give them balance sheets, I give them metrics. This customer doesn't have any metrics set up right now, but it's really pretty when they get it, right? If they have a logo, it actually has their logo on here as well. And that's just published straight to their client portal. And then it'll send them an email saying, hey, you know, your January financial reports are in your portal and they can go and see them. Is it possible to separate out the reports? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, you should give me a little bit more feedback on what you're talking about on that one. All right, so let's see. So that is behind the scenes there. Now, let me take you to QuickBooks really quick and show you, and I'm just going to show it to you this way. Let's stop and share again. Here we go. So I'm going to take you into QB. So I'm in a client and I am currently in their bank feeds because remember, everything has to come out of the bank feed first, right? So I'm in the bank feed and I'm looking and I see that they wrote a check number 1001. Well, I have no idea what they wrote the check for. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up that particular transaction. So you can see here, I've got the transaction open now. And I see, again, here's the check. I have connected QBO to the Keeper extension. So at the top of my Chrome here, I have the Keeper extension open. You can see that because I've got client info right here, which by the way, I can click and it will open up the client info section that's in Keeper. So any little nuances that I need to know about, anything like that, I can just see right here from QB. Now that it's open, I can go here and say, I want to ask the client about this transaction. So I click ask the client and it opens up the ask client section that's actually over in Keeper. And I am able to click what question, or I can write my own question in and I get to click add. And then I add the green add as well, which means now I have added it to ask the client. I have actually asked the client the question in Keeper, and I have removed it from the bank feed inside of QBO. Okay, now it's going to show up on my Keeper side as an uncategorized expense with the question that I've already put in here. So again, I am only in the bank feed over here once a week in Keeper. I can ask on my, or excuse me, in QBO. I'm only in bank fees in QBO. I'm asking the questions on anything. So there's multiple transactions in here. I can go through all of these and ask the questions that I want to ask. All right, did I just confuse any of you? Let me see. I'm gonna look and see what kind of questions I have. There's my chat. Okay, so I see. Yes, you can just give them the P&L, Lakeisha. You would just have to do like a different, you just have to remove the reports there, but it would always have a cover page. The cover page, excuse me, and all would still be there. Okay, so Jessica says bank fee first, or also can you just enter the transactions? It's all the same. Yeah, so you have to clear the bank feed. The bank feed is what generates the information in Keeper, or does it also have to be matched in the bank feed? Yeah, it has to be removed from the bank feed. The bank feed, if it's still sitting in bank feed, it's not going to come to Keeper. So since you're asking this question regarding the check, you are not just going into the bank account, read only access, and looking at a copy of the check. I totally could do that. I totally could do that. If I have read only access, I could also go and look at it on the bank statement. But for me, a lot of times it's just easier to ask these questions. And a check, I may not ask if I have read only access. Yes. But I'm going to ask questions like Venmo, Amazon, Walmart, Target. Like I want to know, like, what are you spending this money on? Right. That's the questions that I'm typically asking. What if it's a weird transaction and I excluded it from the bank feed? It won't pick up in the Keeper. It will not keep up. And I'm not sure, like, I wouldn't exclude transactions that are coming through the bank feed if it's a true transaction coming through. I would just put it to ask client or uncategorized to find out more about it. But if it's excluded, it will not show up. That is correct. All right, so here we go. So I'm back in Keeper. Let me show you a couple of things too that are a little advanced. So one thing is that you also have the ability now to ask for receipts inside of Keeper. I think is absolutely amazing. I'm not able to go through the full thing with you right now. Some of you have beta. Samantha says, yes, it is absolutely amazing. I totally agree with you. Your clients can actually take a picture of a receipt and actually send it to their client portal by uploading it to their client portal, or they can email it to an email address that you give them that's specific for their client portal as well. It comes in as a client upload and it will actually match it for you to the transaction. If there's no transaction, it can create an expense for you. It like extracts the information from the receipt. It is so amazing. So amazing. But anyway, that's one thing. And then if you go in here and you go to all client settings, that is not where I want to go. This is new as well. So forgive me here. I'm trying to go to do the email. Anybody remember where it's at? I haven't used it yet, but we can actually bulk email now, and I think that's it's a client portal. All client settings does have it. Okay, so I was in the right place. Do properties? Nope. No. Where am I going, Samantha? Forwarding email. All right, let's see here. again, I have not used it. So there's your info section, your portal section. I know it's in here. Where I can email everybody at one time. So you can email one person in the client portal. That is correct. But you can also, I'm going to stop my share because I don't want to show everything that I have in here.
Go to your settings and then go to the client portal.
Okay. And then where am I going?
then
Oh, under all contacts. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you. I know it was somewhere, but I haven't used it yet. Okay. So again, I'm going to my settings. I'm going to go to the client portal, and then I'm going to go to all contacts here, and you can actually send a blast email to all of your contacts. So if you want to send one email to everybody on that's here to say, you know, hey, I'm leaving town for a week, or you know, you guys have not been using the client portal and you got to start using the client portal, like whatever it is, like you can send that out as like a bulk thing as well. All right, so I am opening up chat for any questions that anyone has. And if you like want to come on and ask a question without putting in the chat, like put a 1 in here so we don't all talk at one time. Put a 1 in the chat and you can unmute yourself. Any questions? Sylvia, go ahead.
I have a question. You probably went over this before, but maybe I missed it. So how do you change if a vendor is in the wrong category? I know there's a way to do like a mass change from one category to another.
So one vendor, the whole vendor all the time is in the wrong category?
Yeah, so like for example, like it was put under marketing, but it's actually, you know, like a subcategory of marketing or something.
Got it. So if it should be a subcategory, then those will actually show up under transaction coded to a parent account.
Okay.
And then you can click on like all of those and actually do a, at the bottom, it'll come up with like a bulk. Like I'll show you. Let me actually stop the share and share the other screen. All right. Can you see this screen now, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so like right here, for example, it's saying all of this should be changed to something else. I can copy them all and then go right here to set split. And then I can put where I want it to go and then save it and they'll all move.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. So how did you get to that part again?
This is transactions coded to the parent account.
Okay, what about if they're two different sub accounts? Where would I go there? Like I'm just changing it from, yeah.
From one sub account to another sub account.
Yeah.
Got it. They could, well, one, I would honestly change that in QB under the accountant settings is where I would go. But if you're trying to use Keeper, then it would be probably under your expense inconsistency report. If you have one in one and one in another, you could pull it from there.
But if it was all just coded to a wrong sub, I wouldn't be able to change it from there.
You can, but it's going to be a lot easier to go into the accountant settings in QBO.
Oh,
and do a batch.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that in QB.
You can. Yep, in QB. Yes. Do we have coaching today?
Yeah, we have coaching today. Yeah.
Okay. Remind me, and I'll show you how to do it today on coaching call.
Did not know that.
You can. I will show you how to fix it. All right. So those of you who are not using QB right now, again, as you can probably tell, I highly recommend it. If you are not using it and you want to use it, reach out to me. I do have a link that will save you 20% on Keeper, but it has to be if you're not already using it. So it's for new users. we can get you set up for that. And then also, I do want to tell you what really quickly about a couple of things. Coaching programs. If you're interested in coaching, we have several things going on. Bookkeeper Academy actually started Monday. It has been so amazing. I think some of you that are in here, yes, are in Bookkeeper Academy. We have virtual VIP days, Bookkeeper Bestie Club. I'm not going to just go through all of these in extents, but if you have any questions, of course, reach out to me. If you're ready to level up. So if you are already in a 5-6 figure bookkeeping business, you're ready for one-on-one. We do have a couple of level up coming in the future. I don't have any open spots right now, but we do have a wait list. If you are in Texas or Massachusetts or San Diego and you would like to come and see us face to face, we do have a couple of CEO weekends and a retreat coming up as well. So if you're interested in those, even if you don't live there, you can fly, right? Or drive. Can't wait. Can't wait. We also have the advisory roadmap course that is going to teach you how to start offering CFO services to your clients. The next round starts March the 4th. So we are already signing up for that. And then the Keeper templates that I showed you today, we have just the Keeper templates. We have the client onboarding and offboarding workflows, monthly bookkeeping and close tasks, those quality controls, monthly and quarterly check-in and reviews with your clients, year-end 1099 process, so you're not skipping anything, and year-end closing process for your clients, making sure you're wrapping everything up right at the end of the year. We have those templates. We have a couple of more in the pipeline we haven't released yet, but they're coming, such as a cleanup template, a QBO setup template. Those are coming as well. And then also, if you are working on getting everything set up for your business and you are needing a client engagement letter, I have those, and a disengagement letter, a bookkeeper subcontractor agreement. If you have subcontractors working for you, you really need an agreement in place. Client intake form. What questions do we ask our clients before we get on a discovery call with them? And client diagnostic review form. That form that we send our clients, and also how we do our diagnostic reviews. So you can purchase either of those separately, or you can do the whole bundle with everything that's on the screen there. So if you're interested in those, reach out to me, email, DM on Facebook. Any of that is always working. So I feel like I've kind of rushed through this. Keeper is like just so amazing, and I have so much to give you guys, so much content. But is there any other questions? Alicia, we will definitely send you over that code for for Keeper. Awesome, awesome. All right, Carrie, we will send you over that code as well. Samantha, I am so with you. I'm so with you. I'm so ready for May. Coming to Austin. I cannot wait. All right, so Keeper code. Let me make sure I have this all listed here. And if you have any questions, guys, please pop those in here. If you want to talk to me, you can also do that as well. So we got Alicia for the code. Ooh, okay, let's see. I gotta go back up. Alicia, Carrie. Grace. My VA wasn't able to join me today, so I don't have anybody keeping notes for me. Jessica. Alicia, how often do you start advisory? I usually do a spring and a fall is typically what I do. So I do it twice a year. Aaron, I will send you the code as well. Oh, great question, Grace. That would have been smart for me to have told you guys, right? So Grace says, how much is Keeper? Is it billed by the client or as a whole? So Keeper is billed by the client. It is $8 without the white labeling, $10 with the white labeling. So essentially with the discount, you're getting the white labeling at the $8 price per client per month. And those are connected clients. So if you are using this for QB desktop clients, for example, as well, and they're not connected, then you would not actually pay for those clients because they're not connected to QB. But anything that's connected to QBO or connected to Xero, it's $8 or $10 per month per client. You're not charged by the number of people that you have in your firm, and you pay it by the month. You don't pay it annually. You can use it with Xero. Yes, you can. Perfect. Okay, I will be in here for another 5 or so minutes before I jump over to the Bookkeeper Bestie Club Q&A session for February. If you guys don't have any more questions, you're welcome to bow out and go do the things that you need to do today. But I really appreciate you being here. I hope you learned something about Keeper today, whether you're already using it or haven't been using it at all. I hope you did learn a little something today about Keeper. I really feel that it will tremendously cut the time that you're spending with your clients, whether it's just your monthly closes, asking questions, sending reports, keeping up with receipts, all the things. It has tremendously changed my business, and it's making us so much more efficient. And in this business, time is money, right? So the less time I'm spending chasing clients for answers or sending reports all different ways, the more clients that I can take on, which means more money for me, right? Let's see. If you have some clients from QBO and some in Keeper, can you use the same Keeper? Yes, you can. You can use the same Keeper. Absolutely. How do you batch change the uncategorized transactions? So you would actually do just what I was showing with Sylvia earlier. You would actually, once they answer the questions, you can select multiple and then move them and then change them to the right category. Does Keeper do everything, or do you use other software? So Keeper is the brain of my bookkeeping business. Personally, I don't like the firm task being in Keeper. And that's really only because my virtual assistants who do most of our firm tasks don't use Keeper. So I keep my firm task in ClickUp still, but everything bookkeeping related is inside of Keeper. Grace, is that what you're asking? You're welcome to unmute yourself and give more detail. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yes, I'm all about keeping your tech stack as small as you possibly can. One, for financial reasons, obviously, but two, because it just makes it so much simpler. You don't have to remember, okay, well, where did I put that? Where did I keep that? Where do I have to go to do this or do that? So for us, it's my list is either in ClickUp or it's over in Keeper. It's one or two places that I go to look to know what I'm doing every day. And obviously my calendar, because I live by my calendar. Yes, we will have the recording for you to be able to look at. So after it's ready to go, I'll have my VA send it out to you guys 100%. And it will probably be sent out to everybody that's on our email list. So if you have not been getting emails from me on the regular, and you know that because I send out an email either Sunday or Monday every week telling you what's going on inside of the Rescue My Bookkeeping Business community. If you don't get that email, that probably means you're not on my email list. So please send me an email to say, hey, I need to get back on your email list, or send me a DM on Facebook to say, I'm not getting your emails. so that we can get you on that list, because that's where we send our replays for things like this. And if Keeper is something, you guys, that you are using, but you just I just need somebody to look at my Keeper. I need someone to, help me figure a few things out. A virtual VIP day is like perfect for that. I've done that so many times. On a virtual VIP day, we're on a Zoom call together for an hour, and then you have me in Voxer for 4 hours as well. So if you're looking to get your Keeper ready to roll, that is the best thing for you. And also when you purchase the templates for us, from us, then we actually do an audit of your Keeper. So we actually take the templates and put them directly into your Keeper account. So you don't have to copy or paste. I'm not just going to send you a list. We literally put them into your Keeper, so you're ready to use them. We also do an audit of your Keeper. So I go through everything on your Keeper account and give you tips and tricks on how you can make it better. So you get that as well with the Keeper templates. Alicia says 4 hours prior or after the Zoom. It depends on what time the Zoom meeting is. So if your Zoom meeting with me is before noon, then your 4 hours is after, on the same day. If your Zoom meeting is noon or after with me, you get the 4 hours the next day. So it's always after, but it could possibly be the next day, depending on what time your VIP Zoom meeting is with me. Samantha, I can attest to the templates are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The templates that I give you are the templates that I use. I'm not giving you something that I don't use. I'm giving you mine. Absolutely. I can totally check on yours, Alicia, and I'll send you a message in Voxer to let you know. But I do believe yours is in the afternoon, so your Voxer would be the next day with me. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you all again for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you keep checking the featured section in the Facebook community for all the things that we have going on in the group. There's so much happening, and I will see all of you again. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, guys.